Hey guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this podcast today I'm going to talk about the self-aware narcissist versus the self-aware empath. So, about 2 years ago, a year ago, I was making videos telling you guys 2020, everyone was going to have 20 vision. Everyone was going to be aware of each other, right? On a whole nother scale, on a whole nother level. And because of this, things are going to get a little bit more difficult, and they're going to get a little bit more, I guess, savage. And I wanted to just tell all of the self-aware empaths that are on my channel, like, don't be afraid, because I know a lot of people, a lot of empaths, they feel the energy, they feel, that they're slowly building their energy up, right? And they feel as if they've been building their energy up for a very long time. You've been basically, kind of like on autopilot in a way. You know what's going on. You've been self-aware. You're a self-aware empath, because I'm talking about the self-aware empath versus the self-aware narcissist. So there was a point in your life that you were not a self-aware empath. You were just an empath. You were giving your energy, being good to everyone, right? Always going, over the top for everyone. And the problem with this is that you started to do good things for bad people, and you were doing it over and over again. And now you stopped giving, you stopped being good, you stopped being empathetic to others, to the people you were supposed to be empathetic to. You stopped doing that because someone, a lot of times a self-aware narcissist, has hijacked you. They have hijacked you. They have took you away from your family, your friends. Your whole life has changed since you met this person. Bad things have happened. Your gut feeling has been telling you something's off about this person. So now this person is depleting you from energy. They're taking all of your energy away. And they're doing this because they know you're an empath, but they know that you're not a self-aware empath. And they feel like they can abuse you for being just an empath, because they feel like you're never going to wake up anyway. They feel like they're always going to be smarter than you. And this is why they're willing to sacrifice you. They feel like, I'm going to use you for as long as I can, because, the moment that, I try to sacrifice you, you're going to get something out of it anyway, because the game is to be sold and not told. So you're going to gain something from it. You're going to gain knowledge. You're going to gain certain things that I brought into your life that you weren't aware of. So that the pain, of you becoming a self-aware empath, it's going to come with a prize. You're going to have to go through things to become a self-aware empath. Like, you have empaths that go through things, and then they just keep going through things over and over and over again. And you have people, that have mental disabilities that are empaths. You have narcissists that have disabilities, right? There comes a point in time, even if you did have some type of disability, there comes a point in time that even someone with a disability will realize, even them, they will realize this is not a good person. And they'll start to, they'll feel your energy to a whole nother level. Like they already knew there was something about you. But eventually they're like, oh snap, like I get it now. Like something is off. And if you're like this, there's many of you out there. There's many of you out there. And it might even take them years to get to that point. There's some empaths that it takes years, and there's some empaths that just never wake up. But in the times that we're living in, everyone knows what's going on. Young, old, whatever you want to call it, everyone knows what's going on. Everyone knows the lies that have been told. Everyone knows that everything is a setup. Everything was a setup from the start. On so many different levels, everyone knows. And they just are self-aware. The narcissist is self-aware. The empath is self-aware. And now as an empath, you're going to witness certain things and you won't be able to do anything about it. You're going to have to survive because a lot of people are going to be put in a deep spell. Like if you thought that people were in a deep spell, already this whole time that a lot of us empaths have been watching everything and we're kind of watching it like a movie, there's going to come a point in time where you're going to realize that you can't do anything for certain people anymore because the narcissist is going to confuse them and they're going to come as an angel in disguise to the point where people are going to be fooled by the narcissist, the self-aware narcissist. There's going to be empaths that are going to not take it serious. They're going to think it's a joke. They're going to be desensitized. They're super desensitized at this point. Even, any empath that is not self-aware right now with what's going on, any narcissist that is not a self-aware narcissist is a very dangerous person. So empaths and narcissists that are not self-aware are dangerous people. Narcissists that are self-aware are getting their minions. They're getting their, they're starting to, because they're self-aware. For a long time when they weren't self-aware, they thought that they were special. They thought that they were different. Now they know that there's many of them that are the same, right? That are self-aware. Now they know that all these narcissists that are self-aware, they're different, but they're still narcissists. So to them, it's like, hey, we're like superheroes, versus villains. That's how they're looking at it. They're looking at it like, hey, there's a team of villains. We're all connected. When I bump into them, we know each other. We know what we're about. When I see someone out on the street, when I see them, sucking the life out of someone like a vampire, I know what's going on now. Like I can tell they can tell which narcissists, they could tell which narcissists are not self-aware and which are right away. They could tell what empath is a self-aware empath that's not going to let you use them for supply because they know you don't deserve. And they know an empath that's just like easy manipulated, just like a non-self-aware narcissist. They're easily influenced by their friends, by the people around them. They're easily influenced with music, drugs, all that stuff. A narcissist that is not self-aware, these are going to be people that are just doing stuff that's way out the box, that they're looking at it like a good time. Like, we're just doing stuff for fun, but it's like really bad stuff, but they don't see it as bad. They feel like they're just going through a stage in their life where they're supposed to act like that, and then it finally hits them and it's like, oh dang, everything I've been doing, it's going to come with the prize. I'm getting older now. I'm a self-aware narcissist now. Oh, I'm older now. I'm going to have to figure it out. How can I make a living off of other people? Oh, I know what I could do now. And then they start trying to prey on the people that are not self-aware. That's what they do. They realize, oh, I need to figure out, I failed at all these relationships. I have to figure out where I'm going to end up for the rest of my life, because I thought I was going to be going from home to home. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to settle permanently. I need a permanent residence now. That's when they become a self-aware narcissist, and this is why they have to find the perfect supply. Someone who is either another narcissist or someone who is a empath and is completely like they're never going to wake up type of thing. And this is why you'll sit there and be like, why did they choose that person over me? And they don't care about someone else having more than you or not. It's more about, how long can I get away with using this person, basically. Because they feel like that's what they have to do to survive. And they know that a self-aware empath is not someone that they'll be able to get anything out of for long term. So, when they realize that you know their game, they're trying to figure out if you're a narcissist. And it makes the game exciting for them, because now they're like, I got my eyes on you. I'm stalking you. Because now they're like, you're like me. You think like me. You know what I'm going to do before I do it. You're studying me. You are paying attention. So now they're focused on you. They try to come to you as an angel in disguise. Very nice, friendly, want to hang out. And a lot of empaths that are self-aware are going to fall for it. If you don't listen to what I'm saying, you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for it. It's going to come through when you least expect it. It's going to feel like you've been searching for this person your whole life. You're going to get these, butterfly feelings all over again. And you're going to say, I never thought this would happen to me again. Or you're going to come across just some type of people in your life where you're going to just feel like, well, I'm a new version of myself now. I'm self-aware, but you're going to be tested for every level, right? So what's going to happen is that whether these people are your classmates, your people at your job, people at your church, people that portray to be good people, they want you to see what they see. And there's going to be so many things that you're just going to see that no matter how good it sounds, there's going to be something that's off. And if you let it pass by just because that person's forcing you to believe that they're good, you're in big trouble. And any of these people, what they're going to do is they're going to watch you even more, watch you even closer. Do even more extensive research on you. Run your background. As soon as they meet you the first day they meet you. How old are you? What's your last name? What's this? They're trying to get information. They want to run your background right away. They want to know everything about you right away. People don't think like we have the internet. Like the narcissist has been doing this for a while. They research people. They've been doing this they love the internet. Since the internet was out, since they, back then when they had like the Boost Mobile, the chirp phones, the Roxy phones, the Nokia phones, the flip phones, the beepers, the pagers. Narcissists love those things. They'll tell you, I was wearing a clip right here on my pants. I was always on it, always putting minutes. Always had the minutes on deck. I was all over AOL. What was your chat name? You know, they were in La La Land, and us empaths were in La La Land, and narcissists became self-aware. The internet blew their minds up, and a lot of narcissists were already picking up on a lot of things that the empath hadn't picked up on, and the self-aware empath was just trying to be strong, didn't even have time to educate anyone. So now everyone has catched up, right? So what do we do here? What's going on now? What is the issue now? The issue is self-aware narcissists are going to use empaths and narcissists that are not self-aware to attack the self-aware empath. So you have the narcissists, empaths, and non-self-aware narcissists that are after you, because now they're looking up to the self-aware narcissist and they're learning from the narcissist, and they're thinking that they're going to gain some type of power because now they're going to learn how to better manipulate different situations and scenarios that had failed them before, because they realize that the yo-yo game, the working under the table thing, is not working for them anymore. And it's not going to work for them in this new world that we're living in. So if you guys don't understand, I'll repeat what I've said before about self-aware narcissists, self-aware empaths. The self-aware narcissist is the type of person that manipulates other narcissists, and then they act like they're not these narcissist friends, or they don't want to be their friends, or they don't like them, but they still hang around them. And you're wondering, why do you hang around people you don't like? Or why do you talk bad about these people? Or why do you think less of them? And that's because they think that they're smarter than those narcissists, but they're the same. But they think that they're different. They think that they're more special. So then they realize, hey, I used to be dumb too. So I used to be like them, but I changed. I'm nothing like them. I'm different. I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm like no one you've ever met before. They become self-aware, right? They're like, I'm nothing like these other narcissists, because they're sloppy and I'm a little bit smarter than them. They're super sloppy, like dumb sloppy, like ridiculously sloppy. They think that they have learned how to silence themselves, how to be sneaky, how to tell you they're going to be at one place and be at another place, have an extra phone. That way you won't get caught. That's the self-aware narcissist, the one getting multiple phones. They're getting multiple Google numbers. They're having multiple, dating sites. That's the self-aware narcissist, where they have certain things locked, like almost like high profile security. Like they're, it's like, a self-aware narcissist it's like going from being a police officer to being a CIA. It's just like you're on another level. And they know they're on another level because they're controlling all of these narcissists around them. They come around them and they know how to think like them, because they used to think like them at one point. So what's happening now is that they understand how dumb they looked, and they understand that the way they used to think kept affecting their future. And now that they're self-aware, they realize they have to focus more. The dangerous, thing about this happening is that a lot of these narcissists will look back at a lot of mistakes, a lot of supplies that they've had, good situations that they had, and they're angry and they're willing to take it out on innocent people. They're willing to take it out on anyone in order to profit from it. when they're not self-aware, their minds are everywhere to the point where they won't even want to explain or try to fake what they're doing. They're not self-aware. They're just doing stuff. They're hitting you. They're being violent. They're beating you up. They're not self-aware. They're ready to kill someone. They end up in jail. A lot of them end up in jail because they're not self-aware. And then when they become self-aware, they're like, I'm never going back to jail. But that doesn't mean that their personality changed. It's just, I'm not going to get caught, basically. So the difference between a self-aware narcissist and a self-aware empath is that a self-aware empath could have went through a really bad situation. They could have went to jail. Bad things could have happened because they were hanging around self-aware narcissists. And then later on they found out, when it was too late, that they made a mistake, that they trusted these people as their friends. And when they get free, they make a conscious choice as a self-aware empath now to change their life, to be honest, to tell people their intentions. They choose to live in truth because it's not worth going back to jail. But with a self-aware narcissist, they're the type of person that they're talking to different women, trying to get in contact with different women, marrying multiple women while they're in jail or on the street, right? I'm just giving you the same scenarios. The self-aware narcissist goes from being a not self-aware narcissist because they were being influenced by other narcissists who were self-aware, and they were not self-aware narcissists. They go into the same situation now, but the narcissist who becomes a self-aware narcissist, they'll start being on the down low. They'll get married with multiple women. They won't tell you they have children. They won't tell you the truth about their crimes. So a self-aware narcissist is someone that, once they become self-aware and they realize the people that they were hanging around with that were self-aware that use them, these are the people that become revengeful, hateful. These are the people that don't change no matter what situation they go through and have no type of empathy towards anyone unless they're gaining something from an empath. And this is the type of person that sleeps with tries to sleep with your girlfriend, tries to tell you to leave your girlfriend, tries to tell you to leave your wife, tells you to cheat on your wife. This is the person that tells you shouldn't even be married, you should be a bachelor. This is the person that says, all married people, they're cornballs, they're this, they're that, because they're looking from the outside in and they're thinking, that guy and his wife, they're dumb. They're looking at it from, even though they're becoming self-aware, they're breaking out of that spell. They're becoming self-aware. Then next thing you know, they're like, oh, dang, my friend that, I thought was dumb. Because that's how out of tune narcissists are. They have because they don't have empathy, they're out of tune. Something's wrong with them. So they'll think to themselves, as they become more aware, they'll think to themselves, oh, dang, my friend isn't who I thought he was. His wife, she isn't who I thought she was either. I thought they were both, empaths, but they're not really empaths. They're narcissists like me, but they're on another level. So the narcissist will envy that, or they'll envy that narcissist has got a hold of an empath who has built them up because they're so blind by what's going on. And now the narcissist will look up to those type of narcissists and they'll say, oh, okay, well, I've been sloppy. Then I stayed stuck for a long time because I didn't know where to go. Like the empath, when you go through it, you go through that pain, that betrayal, and then you're stuck for a while because you're like, I don't know what to do. Am I a narcissist? Am I an empath? What's going on? Should I be mean? I need to be meaner. You're like constantly battling yourself because you're like, I need to be meaner. Like, what do I have to do? Because you feel like there should be a balance. So many bad things start happening to them that they realize they have to have a balance. So this is where they become very dangerous people. And if you're friends with this type of person and you finally became a self-aware empath and you realized that your friend has been trying to low-key like sabotage you, your friend is very good at smiling in your face. They're always smirking. They have a smirk in their mouth. They have their eyes all glazed up and shiny, and they're finally realizing that you know that they're a narcissist. They're like, oh, I beat you to the punch. I've been having my own awakening while I've been with you, because they needed you in order to have that awakening. Just like you needed the narcissist to have that awakening too. So now the narcissist feels like, I'm out here for myself. Screw everyone, you know? And it doesn't matter what you did for them. It doesn't matter how much you love them. It doesn't matter how much you care about them, because they need someone to serve them. And when they realize that you woke up as their friend and you realize that they were trying to sabotage your relationships, sabotage your career, trying to make you help them get a career started. They're trying to make you focus on them when you're still trying to focus on yourself. And they're trying to stop your growth before you even get there to focus on them. And then when you start looking back to help them because you're trying to do some type of teamwork with this person because you think they're your friend, and you realize, why every time we did something it failed? No matter how much work, how much money we put in, it always failed. It was freak accidents happening. And you realize, oh, my friend did this. Or that time something was stolen, oh, my friend must have done it. And they were helping me look for it. I didn't even know my friend was having an affair with my partner back in the day. And it's been so many years, you're thinking, well, I don't remember, I don't really care about that partner. It was not, I wasn't in love with that person. It was just like, it was something innocent. It was an innocent relationship when I was younger. And then later on, years later, you find out the narcissist had something to do with that person, or the narcissist is still talking to that person, or the narcissist is like, hey, guess who I ran into? Your ex-girlfriend. Remember from when we were younger? Like, trying to play it off, but they're trying to see if you know that back in the day they were doing messy things behind your back, because now they're self-aware and they're trying to see if you're a self-aware empath. And when you start waking up and you're seeing what's going on, they're watching you wake up. They're watching you. They're like, oh, you've been asleep already. And like I said on the last video, to them, it's like they've been playing PlayStation with a non-player, and now they're playing with an actual player. And any energy you give them, it's energy. So to them, it's like, I'm going to hide, now that I'm, a self-aware narcissist, I'm going to hide that I'm such a bad person. I'm going to make it seem like, I'm just who I am. I'm out in the open. I'm just who I am. Like, I'm not that bad. But the whole time they've been setting up scenarios, talking to people that they shouldn't be talking to, going after young kids, pedophile style. They've been doing all this stuff, and now they became self-aware, and now they're using all of these things that they've gained as far as knowledge and what they were doing wrong, because they didn't listen to anyone that was telling them what they were doing wrong. Now they've just became self-aware, and they think that they became self-aware by themselves, but they've been listening to the empaths this whole time. And this is why they'll come around you and they'll continue being your friend. Once you wake up, whether you're in a relationship with this person or you're their friend, They'll keep coming around like nothing because they don't want you to strike them back and seek revenge, because there's going to be opportunities after opportunity after opportunity where it's like the universe is going to give you the opportunity to revenge them, and they know that you're going to want to take it, and they're hoping you take it, you revenge them, because if you do something to them, you're going to get bad karma too. So they're like, hey, it was an even exchange. I woke you up. So if you strike me, you're only striking yourself. So it becomes fun to them. This is why the longer you deal with them as a friend, as a partner, they're having fun. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad energy. They're getting energy. That's what a narcissist is. They don't care about the bad energy. That actually is fun to them. It makes them happy that you woke up. They're happy that you woke up. Now it's like, okay, we all know who we are. Okay, cool. All right, but you guys still think I'm nice, huh? Damn, you guys are dumb. Dang, you're dumb. You don't stop. You won't wake up. You say you're self-aware, but you're not. And that makes it fun to them. It's funny. And they'll keep coming around you as a friend, knowing they've done stuff to you, knowing that you know that what they've done to you and you forgave them. They're looking at you like, oh, you're an idiot. You forgave me? Just because I'm pretending to be nice? All I had to do was pretend to be nice for a long time? Dang, you're dumb. And they'll come around, keep coming around your family, your kids, coming to birthday parties and later on talking about you. Or they're getting caught up in their personal life, and then they'll start talking about you to avoid their personal life, and they're just talking. Narcissists just like talking. They like hearing themselves talk. They love it, and they love when others are actually listening. So they're coming around you as a friend, coming to birthday parties like nothing. They're like, oh, we all forgave each other. We all, okay, cool. Just the narcissist is still looking at you, trying you, testing you, making fun of you, playing around with you, trying to poke you. And they're like hoping that they can poke you, and they're hoping that you go postal because it's going to give them even more energy. They're working with that dark energy, and they are like, I'm self-aware now. I know how to manipulate my dark energy. All I have to do is pretend to be nice. That's all. When I wasn't self-aware, I was going crazy. Now I just have to pretend to be nice. I know. When I meet your mother, I'm going to smile. When I betray you and I come around you again, I'm going to smile again in your face like I didn't do anything, like it wasn't that bad. Like we should just forgive. It's about forgiveness, right? You're an empath. And if you're not a self-aware empath, you're thinking to yourself, well, he did say forgiveness. She did say forgiveness. They did say we could be friends. They did say they're not perfect. And you'll fall for it. And, I've seen this happen with people closest to me where they think because they're self-aware empaths and they don't really talk to the narcissist a lot, they think coming around the narcissist and trying to make them jealous with success and things like that, it's going to make the narcissist mad. And it does make them mad. It does to a certain extent. But then they're still looking at it like, the fact that you have to come and show off lets me know that you're still mad at what I did, and it makes them happy again. It's demonic. It's crazy. And then they'll start bragging about what they've done to you in the past, and they'll say, well, the old me would have done this. The new me, the old me would have went and tried to break up his new relationship again. But the new me is way over stuff like that. I only break up relationships when I'm getting something from it. I'm not a non-self-aware narcissist anymore. When I wasn't aware, I was just going crazy, breaking people's relationships, getting bad karma back to back to back. Now, I'm going to pick and choose when I do it. So with a self-aware empath, you're basically spotting the signs right away. You're able to see right through them right away. It's like when you're a self-aware empath, it means that you're self-aware of your surroundings. So you're self-aware that you can't really, trust everyone, and you're self-aware as far as to the point where you could just see a predator right away. It's like you're in the jungle and then you just know, hey, if I see a lion's going to eat me. If I see a snake, it's going to try to bite me. So it's like going out into the world, into the jungle, different types of people. And then something in your spirit, as soon as someone walks close enough to you or someone looks at you that's evil, you could feel it right away. That's a self-aware empath. And when you feel it right away by just looking, they can look at you and tell that you're also aware. But the difference is that they don't know whether you're a narcissist or you're an empath when that happens. That's why it becomes dangerous. And then they start trying to study you, and they come to you being nice, or sometimes they'll just be mean just to test you. And you'll run across people that won't like you for no reason. Like as soon as you meet them, you're not even worried about them in any kind of way. You're not paying attention to them. You're not even looking at them. They're looking at you so much that now you're paying attention to them. They could tell right away that there was something about you that they don't like. And they are like, well, you must be an empath. So then when you look at them, like, I know you're looking at me, now they're like, oh, they're self-aware. And then they're like, well, are they really an empath, or are they being fake like me? So now they're intrigued. So they'll set up scenarios to try to test you. Then they'll send narcissists after you that are not self-aware. Then they'll send empaths that are not self-aware empaths to confuse you all the way. So you're going to be attacked all three ways, basically, by the self-aware, the non-self-aware, and the non-self-aware empath. So, the self-aware narcissist knows that a lot of empaths, if they're not self-aware right now, they're going to fall for it. So so basically at this point, you have to stay away from empaths who are not self-aware. You could, tell them something, but it's going to backfire on you. So you might as well just not. I know as, self-aware empaths, our mission is to help. But there's going to be situations where you can't just stay there and help people. You just have to pass through. That's what you have to do. It's like you can't stay there for too long, because if not, all these zombies are going to jump on you. So you have to be ready, because right now they're going through it and they're acting real quiet, but they're coming, and they're going to come really hard. And you have to, stay aware, stay awake. Don't go back to sleep. Don't go back to the people you left. Do not go back. Do not look back. I'm telling you, don't go back. They're going to act like they want forgiveness. Do not look back. It's okay. Sometimes you're like, well, maybe I should just talk to them and say, that I do forgive them too, that it's okay, because that's that empathy in you. That's that empathy in you. Don't do it. Don't look back. Don't do it. You're going to come really close to wanting to look back. Trust me, you're going to look, because they're going to act like they all had a self-realization, right? It's not that they're really sorry. It's that they're self-aware because things are going on in their life right now, or because of this COVID-19, all this stuff that I told you guys was going to happen. In past videos, I told you something big's going to happen. This is it. This is the big test. This is what you've been waiting for the whole time. The whole time, everything that's been going on in your life, this is the test. It's like being in preschool. You've been going to school your whole life, and then you graduate, and then, that's where the test starts. That's where the test starts, because are you going to be influenced by all the brainwash that you've been taught? Or are you going to be reborn like a child and start all over in everything that you ever believed in? Everything you ever thought was real, everything you ever believed in as an empath, as a self-aware empath, anything that you questioned, you weren't crazy. You're not crazy. So everything that people make you believe that you're crazy or you don't know what you're talking about, hold on to that and do not let go, because it is going to be a bumpy ride. So always maintain yourself ahead of the game. You're always going to be ahead of these narcissists, even the self-aware ones. You're ahead of them. You're way ahead of them. They thought they were ahead of everyone, right? Because they thought that they were cut from a different cloth. Now they're all teaming up together. So guess what? You've already were ahead of the game. You've been trying to tell the narcissist a lot of the things that all of a sudden they're acting like they came up with. Those are the things that you called out. You called out their behaviors. Now they're self-aware. So be careful, because they're going to really seem like empaths or someone who's changed, but they've just learned to calm down. They've just learned not to be as aggressive and violent. They've just learned to be more charismatic, more, uplifting, more positive. That's all they've learned to do. But if you talk about their past and the stuff they've done to others, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how all these narcissists that are not self-aware are another version of who you are now. And let's talk about how if you were really trying to change, you would try to reach out and change those narcissists before they become self-aware narcissists. But instead, you're going to sell them out. You're going to take them to hell while you sit on top on your little throne talking about your self-aware narcissist. You're going to sell out your own kind, because it's all about you, because you believe you're God, but you're not. The narcissist does not have that much power unless you give it to them. So even if they're getting that negative power, that negative energy, and it's uplifting them, you can't worry about them. You can't worry about these people. Don't look back. Because at the end of the day, all these narcissists that they believe aren't going to wake up, just like they believe the empath wasn't going to wake up, when those narcissists wake up, they're coming for them. When all those narcissists, they're flying monkeys, when they wake up, they're coming for them. And the narcissist is going to contact you and they're going to tell you, my family, everyone around me, they're trying to kill me. Don't help them. A lot of narcissists are going to come to you because they're attracted to the light. They're going to come to you. They're going to want to seek forgiveness. They're going to want to be your friend. They're going to want to start all over again, start a new life. Do not do it. This person's playing games. They didn't care about the years and years and years that you were trying to wake them up. now they've woken up using not only your energy, but the energy of other empaths and even their own kind, even their own non-self-aware narcissists. So do not look back. Do not give in. Do not believe that this person has changed. The narcissist will come to you like they change, and they'll play like an angel, and they'll try to buy your attention, your love, and everything. It's not real. It's fake. There will be people there will be people from your past that are going to approach you and apologize. Let them, if you're in a situation where they just want to apologize and just leave things alone and move on with their life, that's okay, because that means that that person is wise enough at least to apologize for their actions. So you have to pay attention when people apologize and they leave you alone. But a narcissist that's self-aware and doesn't leave you alone is very dangerous. So just as the empath is going to be tested according to their surroundings and who's around and who's coming around and who's trying to get in, just like an empath has to be, cautious of that, narcissists that are self-aware also have to be cautious because they think they're self-aware, right? Just like the empath can be self-aware, but you make one bad move and you give in, and you can go through some type of hell by falling into this person's deception. So just as the narcissist feels like they're self-aware, they're going to be tested to see if they're able to hold their narcissism, and a lot of them are going to fail. If you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, subscribe. Be very careful, you guys. It's going to definitely be a bumpy ride, and I know, like I said, a lot of you guys know it already. You guys are watching them get their karma. You guys are watching them suffer. They can't take the heat the way you took it. And you've been dealing with the self-actualization for a very long time already. So now is the time. You guys, I have my booking information in the description box. Just give me 24 hours just to respond to you. And I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace in your journey. And don't look back.